So guys, I just got back from seeing the Backrooms movie. I have to say, is it worth the hype? Is it any good or perhaps not? Let's dig into the review, shall we? So, the film Backrooms, directed by Kane Parsons, which you probably know him on YouTube as Kane Pixels, who is known for creating the Backrooms web series. So, it's been adapted into a feature-length film. So, it stars Chiwetel Ejiofor, which you know him in Doctor Strange and Venom Last Dance, and of course Bridget Jones' Mad About a Boy. And I forgot what that actress is called who plays the therapist, so tells a story about a store owner called Clark, who is discovering strange things happening in his store, and then all of a sudden he no-clips into the back rooms, and then only to discover that the store is hiding a very dark secret. And then his therapist tries to tell his therapist that he has found the back rooms and he wants to come out and show her the actual evidence. And then there he brings his pals like Kate and forgotten the guy, the cameraman, and then they venture down into the back rooms, and then they discover that they are not alone. There was something down there, which is the entity. So the film starts where the Async member is discovering the back rooms and he's being chased by something, and all of a sudden he gets killed by the entity. And then later we get to the bit where the therapist has a dream when she was a little girl. Her home gets demolished, and then it becomes the building known as Async. And then there she ventures into the back rooms to find Clark, and then only to find out that Clark did something evil. Clark did turn out nice, but then he turned into sort of like a bad guy. It's kind of plot twisting. And then they found the entity, which turns out to be a creepy version of Captain Clark. And then all of a sudden, Clark gets killed, and then leaving the therapist alive, and then she manages to escape the entity. And then the only way to defeat the entity is by using a gas extinguishers that the Asyncs use. And the Async member tried to gas the therapist, and then the Async stop, and they bring her back into the actual world, out of the back rooms. And then the movie ends where it is a what was, and the ending was very strange. I'd say my thoughts on that film, I actually pretty enjoyed it. Ever since I watched the web series, I became very obsessed with the Backrooms series. And there's also a Backrooms game called Escape the Backrooms, which I also enjoyed. Yeah, at first I was kind of in a panic that this film might freeze, but thankfully the film didn't freeze. I tell you a story, okay, of why I was panicking. Because remember when I saw Lee Cronin's The Mummy? Yeah, when the journalist was looking at the photos, that's when it froze. And then Passenger didn't freeze completely throughout the end, but then it kept pausing. I don't know why. It's probably glitched with the projectors, but thankfully it didn't happen to this movie. But it's something to do with a dodgy projectors in Screen 2 and 3. I don't know. But overall, my thoughts on that film, I found it enjoyable. But is it worth the hype? Well, kind of. Despite it received mixed reviews. But I'm not saying it's bad. I'll say it's at least watchable than Night Swim. Yeah, Night Swim, I would admit, Night Swim was a bit disappointing. I mean, Night Swim did have potential, but then the potential kind of did get wasted. But I just find this movie way more watchable than Night Swim. I watch this any day overnight swimming, so I just got a hiccup. So I'm gonna give Backrooms 8 out of 10. So comment down below what you think of this movie. Do you like this movie? Do you not like this movie? So be sure to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you